The recording has started.
What up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome into week 3 of the preseason's call-in show. Welcome. Let's get everybody situated. We already have our first caller on the line. But before we get to our first caller, I want to send a few shout outs to everybody that have jumped in, because we got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff we can get to. And this show can go a bunch of different ways, man. Shout out to Rave Kingdom who jumped in. Malik B, Daniel Berry, El Hoppo was good. Ravenville, I appreciate you guys for joining in. Before we get started, what up, Julian? This is the last week of August. So we're doing our giveaway a little different at the end of the month. Now, why is that up there? Hold on, let me fix something real quick. Let me clean something up. Give me 1 second. I don't need the chat box to be going over my forehead. Give me 1 second. Let me see, which one is that? Is that this one? Yeah, that's this one. We don't need that to be going over my forehead. All right, hold on, let me fix something. Copy. Let me go over here. Open that. Paste. Close. Now, let's see if this act right. Definitely don't want that going over my forehead. What up, Ray Jack? There we go. Now we got it fixed. Now we got it fixed. All right. Well, now we cooking with Crisco. But back to what I was saying. Anybody that gets over the threshold, which is right now 1,000 points, your name will go on an elimination wheel, in which I found the elimination wheel yesterday while I was twiddling my thumbs on the internet. So I'll list everybody's name that's over 1,000 points. And I'll go live. I'm going to type everybody's name in that's over 1,000 points. I'm going to go live. And I'm going to spin that wheel. If your name get picked, your name is eliminated off that wheel. I'm going to spin it again. Name picked, off the wheel. Last man standing wins the prize for that month. And all you have to do is be over 1,000 points. How do you get over 1,000 points? Chatting in the chat box. Making donations, buying merch and letting me know that you bought the merch, like showing me, like if you buy from Teespring and just sending me like a copy of like I don't need your info, but just a receipt, or if you buying it directly from me. That's how you do it. But the easiest way to do it is to chat in the chat box, be in the live streams, and to make donations or super chats. And you get over that 1,000 points, and your name goes on that wheel for the elimination wheel at the end of the month. And so we're gonna try to do that first, second, or third. Make sure we stay around the first of the month and get that out. And then we're gonna also do something for our Patreons too. So that's how that works. So without being said, let's go ahead and get to our first caller. The number is up on the screen. Let me go ahead and show that real quick. So if you want to get in line, phone lines will close at 6:45. But if we don't have callers, we'll shut this thing short. But I do have a backup because I want to talk about my our 53-man roster a little bit that we did yesterday. So if we get a little lull on callers, we'll talk about that roster a little bit. Then if we don't have callers after that, we'll we'll shut this thing on down and get ready for the roundup later on tonight. But that's the number up there on the screen right there. And take it back down right there. And we'll jump into our first caller, who is, get my screen back where I need it. My main man. Hit the button, Ivan. Hit the button. There it is. Dog team, what's good?
What's going on? What's going on, team? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud and good.
First of all,
okay. How's the little one?
The little one's doing good, man. Little one's doing good. We reached a 1-year threshold. You know what I'm saying? So we did a little party this weekend, or a little party. It was actually bigger than a little party, but it was cool. We had a lot of people come up and celebrate with us and celebrate the milestone with us. So it's always a blessing in going through this whole process. You learn what they mean about the miracle of childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
And people think it's easy, and they talk about how people are having all these babies.
That's your first?
Yes, our first. And it's my first child as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, no outside kids.
Now you never know. There's no manual on being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to go through it, because there's no set. Do this and it's gonna work out right, because every child's different. Your upbringing is gonna influence how you parent. Your significant other's upbringing is gonna influence how they parent, and then once y'all get together, that's gonna influence how y'all parent. And there's no set manual, and not to mention the advice you get from others is gonna influence how you parent as well, whether you take it or not. So
right. Exactly. And the good thing is it's one of those things where it shows how blessed we are, because I know everybody don't have what we have. Mm-hmm. As far as the village, and also you can't, like we decided on daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a good experience with that. They love them up there. They treat them. You would think he was some sort of special child the way they treat him. You know what I'm saying? So treat him like family and stuff like that. So we're just blessed and fortunate, and it'd always be, the first child, it's always gonna be a milestone. You know what I'm saying? So just looking forward to the journey and everything.
Cool.
So
good to hear that.
But I appreciate you asking, though, Coach.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that.
That means a lot, man. That means a lot.
Cool.
Just want to get on. Just excited for the season. Glad to be able to. We had a chance to talk in a while, and so looking forward to the upcoming season. But I don't know if you remember after the draft. It wasn't really something. It wasn't really my opinion, but it was something that I had saw, and you can see the bearing of it now that the Ravens really aren't going all in this year, and it kind of, it's one of those things where you think that if you get close to the Super Bowl and you that close, that they would have went all in and brought in offensive linemen and brought in this and brought in that to make sure they shore up the areas that they did. They kind of, you brought in King Henry, but he's 30 years old. I know he's gonna have a good year this year. You didn't bring in anybody on the interior line, and then you let Zyler go, your most solid offensive lineman. And so it's one of those things to where I think that they're not necessarily they're not going to try to get over the top. If they win a Super Bowl, if they get over the top, it's cool. But I think they're really trying to transition. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, because when you have a franchise quarterback the way you would think that you would go in all in every year. But I have no idea what they're doing. If you look at the wide receiver room, it's like a repeat of what was that, 2022? I think it was 2022 or 2021 when they had all those injuries.
Mm-hmm.
They
might be 21. Yeah.
Right, where they didn't replace OBJ. If anything happens in the running back room, anything happens with Derrick Henry, all you have is Justice Hill. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You look at the offensive line, the way that's going. You look at you sign Madubuike, but you're depending on. I like what I've seen from Ajabo so far, but you can't trust that. He's been hurt 2
Right.
years. You know what I'm saying? He can win. He seems like he can win fast, and Owe has improved that he can play a full year without getting hurt. You know, he might play double-digit games, but he's shown flashes, and then the whole thing with Marlon. So it's one of those things to where if they get lucky, if they get lucky and win, they'll be happy. But it doesn't seem like they've gone all in. I want to get your thoughts on that before I get to my next question.
This O-line has puzzled me because with O-line play, in my opinion, you have to find 5 guys, no matter if they're good, bad, or indifferent, but they need to have time to gel together and learn the nuances of each other. And what has baffled me is we haven't gotten 5 guys and said, hey, you're the 5, go play together with each other. Now we got 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 days in secrecy. Okay, you're the 5. Now you got 8 practices to figure each other out. Figure out, the nuances of the guy next to you, and get it done. On top of the unfortunate situation of a new coach, rest in peace, Joe D. It's just, this O-line, man. I don't whoever's at right guard, I ain't gonna trust. Even if it's my guy Cleveland, I ain't gonna trust it. And at left guard, even if it's Voorhees, you're gonna have ups and downs with Voorhees because he's basically a rookie. Roger Rosengartner, I love what I see from Roger Rosengartner in pass pro. He's a rookie as well. He's gonna lose some battles. When we got them elite guys up there, he's going to lose. Expect it. He's a way better pass protector than he is a run blocker. But you just gotta expect him to lose some, and we just hope that when he lose, it ain't catastrophic. And then we're gonna get out of Linderbaum and Ronnie, and hopefully we got a healthy Ronnie. But it's still, that's too many. That's 3 out of 5 guys.
Right.
So now you got to allocate too much to help. So now you got to get 4 guys in the routes, or maybe even 3 guys in the routes.
It doesn't make sense. I would expect to see a lot of Ricard in a lot of the formations because they seem to like using him in pass protection. And I think you're gonna see a lot less 11 personnel and a lot more 13 with Ricard and I still to this day I don't think that Andrews and Likely can play in the same formations because there's too much overlap. Because Andrews he's a big guy but he doesn't block at all.
Right.
It's like no effort. You know what I'm saying? Likely tries to block, but he's not, and he's getting better at it from what I've seen from the stuff that Cuddle Up puts out there. But he's not big enough. You know what I'm saying? He ain't big enough, and he has a weird shape if you ask me. Like his arms don't necessarily fit the rest of his body. So guys can get inside of him and they can move him if he doesn't get off the ball well.
Yeah,
so
he's just a big receiver. That's all he is.
Both of them are really.
And I don't mean to sound like this, but Likely is a big hippie receiver.
Mm-hmm.
The way his body, he's a big hippie receiver.
That's what I'm saying. He has a weird shape. It's like he's who's the guy from Desmond Bain from the Grizzlies? He's kind of shaped like him. So
exactly.
It's like he has a long torso, short arms, and he doesn't really have his shoulders aren't really wide. You know what I'm saying? So he's all like, you said it. I don't want to repeat it because I sound crazy. But all in all, man, I think still saying all that, I still think Rave's going to win at least 12 games if Lamar is able to stay healthy. And I think this may be the first year that he doesn't lead the team in rushing. And I think I disagree with you when you say that nobody's going to get over 1,000 yards. I really think the Raves going to have 2,000-yard receivers. If you even back as bad as 2021 was, you had 2 guys over 1,000. Mark had 1,300, and Hollywood had over 1,000. And even Bateman, that was Bateman's best year as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're going to see Lamar over 4,000 yards passing, maybe closer to 4,500. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a big year regardless of offensive line saying that. you're gonna really see the type of gravity that Lamar has in the running game, and it's really gonna. And I think that's one of the reasons why they do what they do, as far as not necessarily investing heavily, because they're so dependent on what the gravity that Lamar has for the running game. Because you remember, even when the running backs got hurt, they were still, for the most part, with the exception of a few games, able to run the ball effectively. It's still one of the top rushing teams in the league because of the gravity that Lamar brings.
Yep.
But you would think with all the gravity that he brings, he would be treated better and given more weapons. You know what I'm saying? For them to let, okay, you weren't going to bring OBJ back, and you gave Bateman a small extension, you should have brought in another veteran receiver, not draft a guy in the third or fourth round that you don't even plan on playing this year. Why even waste a draft pick on him? And I don't even know if you saw today that Willis got traded to
Green Bay.
Green Bay for a 7th round pick. Check this out. Devin Leary is the same age as Willis, and Devin Leary is actually only 2 years younger than Lamar. Let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? but all in all, with all that being said, from the outside looking in, I still think y'all gonna have a better year than my Bucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning on going to the Monday Night Football game. I was trying to go to the Thursday night game, open it up because my wife is from Kansas City, and her best friend's husband had season tickets to the Chiefs, and they're not going. But unfortunately, once I got the okay to go, and my wife said I can go, he had already sold the tickets, so I'm not gonna be able to go to the first game. But I'll be there for I know, right? But I'll be there for the Monday night game because I think it's a lot more Bucks games I'm going to this year because we got a pretty good schedule. But again, I appreciate you, Coach, and I appreciate you allowing this Bucks fan to be a part of the family. You know, I'm going to support the Brewers. The Ravens are my other team because they have the most players from Florida on their team. It's always been that way with Ray Lewis, Peter Bower, and all that guys, all that kind of stuff. It's almost like I watch so much of the Raven content creators, so much of y'all content. I'm turning to the lightweight.
Honorary. You're the honorary purple and black.
Right, because I like the colors, and I don't like Todd Bowles, and I don't like Baker Mayfield. So it is what it is. So if we don't win, I want y'all to win. So that way, that's what I wanted to ask you. This last question, in terms of Lamar, and I know that it's kind of beating a dead horse. I know he's quiet and he don't really put a lot out there. What do you expect him to do this season? Do you think he's going to take a step back this year? Do you think he's going to stay the same, or do you think he's going to take his game to another level? I know how I feel, but I just want to get your opinion. I'm going to go ahead and hang up and let you and have a good one and let somebody call in. I just what you got to say.
I think Lamar, to answer this question, I think Lamar's going to be good regardless whether people show up or not. But I think Lamar can go absolutely nuclear if Rashad Bateman shows up. If Rashad Bateman goes out there and gets you anywhere from 800 to 1,100 yards, Lamar will go absolutely nuclear, like his numbers. If everybody else does what we know they can do, and Rashad Bateman gives you 700 to 1,100 yards, Lamar Jackson, and I don't know how that would translate to wins, but he will go absolutely nuclear numbers-wise. Because if that happens, Bateman will get you 7 to 11. And this is assuming everybody's healthy. This is assuming everybody's healthy. Bateman will get you 7 to 11. Zay will get you 7 to 11. Mark gonna get you 7 to 11. If Todd do right, likely gonna get you 6 to 9. 6 to 9. Henry gonna get you 12, maybe. And rushing, Lamar might get you 7, 600, 500 of those are just scrambles. And that'll put him around maybe 4,500 yards total, maybe 5,000 yards total. Imagine Lamar getting 5,000 yards total. Maybe. Bateman could unlock this whole thing. And with him getting numbers like that, they got to be wins. They got to be wins. Got to be. Or the flip side of that is, we getting our butt kicked and we got to throw the ball out. And it don't matter who we throwing to, because we trying to catch up. So, but I think he gonna have good numbers regardless. But if Bateman does what he has the potential to do, Lamar could have some video for real video game numbers. For real. We got Rave Kingdom up next, but I'm gonna send a few shout outs first. That I can see on my screen. I know I'd missed some people, but speaking the truth, what up? Tank Bromsky, what up? JB, El Hoppo, I think I got already. Yolanda, appreciate you for coming through. Agnes, appreciate you. Big Reg, what's good? And I don't want to mess it up. You told me last week. Mozeki. I know you gave us pronunciation last week. I ain't want to mess it up. But let's and Mingo, what's good, Mingo? What's good? Let's go to Rave Kingdom next. See what he got. See what Rave Kingdom got for us. What's good, my boy? How are you on this fine Monday afternoon?
Marvelous. Never better. I'm not gonna yell. Oh, that's a surprise.
No,
I'm not gonna yell. I'm gonna tell you why.
Saturday was horrible, but we got to look forward to what's to come. Because I feel you, because I was PO'd Saturday too.
There was a lot of reasons I can yell right now, but I just want to go off this quote, and please understand that I'm going to enjoy this quote here. It was said, John Harbaugh announced after the Packers and the Ravens, after the joint practices, he said, don't worry, it's going to be A-okay. Let me say that one more time, just for people that quite can't hear. He said, I like how the line held up. I think we're going to be A-okay. You know what, Coach? I'm starting to think we might need to change the slogan instead of play like a Reverend. Let's all just say, we're going to be A-okay. So don't worry, I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm not flipping out. I'm okay. Now, Devin Leary, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to be mad at you either, because it's cut days. Tomorrow's cut day, the next day is cut day. And all I'm doing is hoping that when you walk to the door, that your card is declined, that you can't come in the facility. Now, if you come in the facility and you are not cut from this team, I'm not going to lie. Rave Kingdom is about to hit some high notes on this phone that y'all ain't never heard before. There is no way in this world Devin Leary makes it on his team. Now, Devin Leary, that's over with. Now, we're going to go address this Ben Cleveland situation. Shout out to Jeff Zebrick. Shout out to Engraven, because he covered this for me. The news I heard about Ben Cleveland lets me know one thing and one thing only. Ben Cleveland pissed off John Harbaugh in the way of challenging him or cursed him out. And what makes me come to this conclusion is only this conclusion. Only because if you think about it, the last person that had some talent on this team that everyone knew was the favorite and we wanted to bring back, John Harbaugh did not care. He let the coaching staff, he let everybody know, we don't want to mess with him. And that was Marcus Peters. He was the one who challenged John Harbaugh to his face, and he didn't like that. Mm-hmm. I think Ben Cleveland did the same thing, because there's no way in heaven's green earth you could tell me that Ben Cleveland is technically the only backup guard we really have. Bakari is like a a switch. He can play everything, and mostly he used to play tackle a lot. Maybe he played a lot of center, but he was more everywhere. Lele did a lot of reps at the tackle spot, or he just got here. Okay, forgive me, but I listened to Kenny Clark, and he had a big smile on his face. Okay, Kenny Clark has a big smile on his face, and he was at that joint practices. He said, "Yeah, these guys are big, you know, so I respect them. But if you look at him, he's literally technically saying, look, they put them big boys where he's for Lele, and I'm sure Cleveland probably plays center because I think Nick was hurt and Linderbaum was hurt, so I'm sure joint practice they probably put Cleveland. So it was like a big bunch of big blobs at offensive linemen. And Kenny Clark just went to work on these boys. Okay, so obviously. So now I'm kind of questioning the defense. I'm going to tell you why again. Because all of these practices, everybody was, oh man, Away's getting in the backfield. Away's doing his thing. Away, Ajabo, they're looking good in these practices. Well, we've only seen the backups. And right now, we know those backups are atrocious. But check this out. In joint practices, it was noted the Green Bay was killing our starters.
Yep.
What's his name? Our boy, Brandon Stevens, getting mossed out there.
By Malik Heath.
Yes,
no,
sir.
That was Wiggins. That was Malik Heath. And Malik Heath may get cut.
Hey, listen. You know when you put those big linemen and they're just big for nothing? It reminds me of that movie, what was it called? Rebound or something like that with Martin Lawrence, where he put the tall guy in on the team, but they know he was just tall for nothing. That's what they did. They're doing. They're putting Falele out there. He's tall for nothing, but he's just big, so he looks scary. But he's just a 6-foot block that don't know what he's doing. He probably won't even hurt a fly. Okay, so unfortunately, I cannot believe we're dealing with this. I mean, I'm unfortunately Rave Kingdom is losing his breath out here. Listen, everyone, I'm a true fan. I know my questions of, well, is Rave Kingdom even a guy? Look, I've been a Raven fan since the pacifier was in my mouth. I remember when Jimmy Smith was a little rookie and he came who we thought. TJ Tampa reminds me of Jimmy Smith so much. I'm telling you, watch out for TJ Tampa. He has those long arms that Jimmy Smith had. He wasn't the fastest corner. And remember, TJ Tampa is not the fastest corner, but he had a good eye for the ball. He's physical. He can go after people, and he's not afraid of contact. And that dude reminded me of Jimmy Smith so much. And people doubted Jimmy Smith's speed, but Jimmy Smith made up for that speed. And I think TJ Tampa is going to do the same thing. So I'm hoping they can believe in that and trust that. Last thing I'm going to address this. Guys, don't worry. John Harbaugh said we're going to be okay. All right? So that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. We're going to have to wait until all the cuts, and then we're going to be hearing from Rave Kingdom. I appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Enjoyed your call, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Malik, we lost $5, Malik. Me and Malik, we lost all 5. My dog didn't yell. He held it down. He held it down. He did not yell. Me and Malik, we lost all 5. I don't know who we lost it to, but we lost all 5. My dog held it down. Hey, he held it down. He held it down. He held it down. Hey, shout out to Rave Kingdom, man. He came through with a bunch of good points too. A bunch of good points. And at least John Harbaugh didn't say who's got it better than us, because that gets on my nerves. I don't know about you guys, but that gets on my that who's got it better than us crap. A few things that I want to talk about, and let's Malik dropped the 5. Appreciate you, Malik. Man of his word. Man of his word. Let's see where I got it at. Oh, he just did a sticker. Okay, he didn't have any words with it. Okay. I was trying to see if you had words to go with it. So the cuts will be finalized as of 4 p.m. tomorrow. I saw up where a few people got cut already. I wanted to throw that out there. Hold on one second. We got a few people that popped in real quick. Hold on one second. Let me get to these 2 cuts and I'll get those 2 callers that I just heard pop in. 1 second. I got to find his name real quick. There it is. Oh, I just lost it. There it is. So the names that I've seen so far that are cut: Jake Browning, Mike Riggerman, who's the H-back / fullback, the receiver Sean Ryan, Riley Sharp, I think was the tight end, number 84, Darrell Simpson, and Tremel Warthall, who was a like an edge guy from Georgia. Those are the guys that have reportedly been cut. And that's Malik donation coming through right there. So let's see who's popped up on the line over here. All right. Coming through right here. All right. What's up? What? I think I know what it is. I just want to make sure. What's your name? What you got?
What's up, Coach? This is me, Marcus.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. What's up? What up, Marcus? What's good with you?
Nothing much. Just got off work and stuff. Just seeing, just listening to your call. You doing another call next week?
No, we don't have a game next week, so I won't do one next week. No, I won't be back. The next call-in show will be probably that Friday after the Thursday night game. I'll probably do one Friday afternoon after the Thursday night game.
Okay, I thought you were gonna do one. I'm gonna call and do like a little by guy preview of the season and stuff. But this one, the last one for the game actually. So I want to put out a little preview of the season.
Okay, go ahead.
What I think was going to be.
Me? What I think it's going to be?
No, I want to put out some talking points how I think the season going to be, and you could comment.
Oh yeah, the floor is yours then. Go ahead.
Okay. I think we're going to be the second seed. I think we're going to be the first seed if we beat the Chiefs. I think we have a chance to go on an undefeated run because people keep talking about, we have a tough schedule ahead of us. But if we beat the Chiefs, we know we could beat the Raiders. The Cowboys, we all know about their offense. And right now, I just found out Deron Bland is out for 8 weeks. So, Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs not coming back to the middle of October. So you got two of their top corners is out. So I think we could beat Dallas. Buffalo, I think we're going to beat them because their leader, Matt Milano's out for the season. So I think we're going to beat them. I think we're going to beat, we usually beat Cincinnati. And so I think those first 5 games, I don't think we kind of overestimate our opponents. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as people think. If we really struggle versus those opponents, I think that we're going to have a struggle. We're going to struggle for the rest of the year because those opponents are not at their peak level yet. They still got injuries, more injuries than us, and still got more question marks than us. Second, I want Henry to have about like 1,300-1,400 yards. Start him off early, around middle of the season, ease him off. Then around week 13, that's when you crank him back up again. That's where we need to do more instead of just trying to now we just got a running back and just put everything on him. I do think we need another running back to, help levy the carries for Henry because we don't want him to get too overworked with the carries and stuff. I think our offensive line is going to be decent. I don't think it's going to be excellent. But I think that we're going to be struggling definitely in the beginning of the first 10 weeks.
Yeah. Before looking at our offensive line, I agree. I would have agreed with you. 13, 14 wins, number 1 seed. But this offensive line really is making me question my wins pick. Now, I think we are going to be a good team, but I think our offensive line is going to struggle. Yeah. Now, I know once Lamar and Derrick Henry get in there, we're going to be a better running team. But I think Lamar will benefit more than Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry needs to get going to run the ball. Like, if you can get to Derrick Henry before he starts, you can stop Derrick Henry. But once he gets in the open field, that's when he turns into that monster that everybody's scared of. Lamar can make you. Lamar got a lot of wiggle, and he can make you miss in the backfield and do all this different stuff. But Derrick Henry needs a little space to get going before you can not tackle him. That's the difference. And so I think we bump down to 12 wins and maybe the 3rd or 4th seed, but still get in there. But if that's the case, as long as the O-line gets better week by week by week by week, by the time we hit November, December, I think we should be good. But I think we're gonna struggle early in the season to get some stuff going. And I thought the offense would be what would hold us down until the defense got ready, because we lost so much on defense. But now I think the defense got to be what got to hold the offense down.
No, I think the defense is going to be fine. People who think, we're going to struggle. I don't think we're going to struggle that much on defense, though. But I think our primary, sub package for the defense is going to be in that dime look. We're going to play the 3 safety, 3 corner look, where you got Eddie Jackson, Marcus Williams, and Cal playing the big, linebacker, the safety linebacker. Then you got Marlon Wiggins and Brandon Stevens. They're both going. I feel like that's going to be the main package, definitely during the playoffs. I think Trenton is ready, but I don't think in those crunch situations that Trenton is ready enough to deal with those type of situations. I think Kyle is more privy to play that, what I would call that Chuck Clark, what Chuck Clark used to play, that position, that linebacker position. And I think it'd be better, more disguising our coverages within them. Because I really don't have no big queries about the defense. People say where our pass rush coming from. I think it's still going to be the same. It's going to be more as a committee as type pass rush. But my main focus is really with this offense is can get his gear, and also it's that Rashad Bateman connection. If Rashad could get around 65 to 75 receptions and 800 to probably 1,100 yards, I think we cooking with grease.
Most definitely. I agree with you on that. Definitely with Rashad Bateman. I think he's the key to unlocking this whole thing.
Right. And I got a hot take. If the Ravens win the Super Bowl, we not being the Kansas City Chiefs within the process.
So you saying lose to the Chiefs and win the Super Bowl?
No. I think in the playoffs, we don't face Kansas City.
Oh.
If we win the Super Bowl. I think Kansas City can get knocked off by 2 teams.
Buffalo and who else?
No, not Buffalo. I don't think Buffalo's going to make the playoffs this year.
Let's see. Miami and the Jets in there, what you call them, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Houston, but it's just off of everybody's prediction. Houston's good and stuff. But my real team is the Jets. I feel like the Jets have, because one thing the Jets have that is different from way Kansas City offense is built, the Jets defense is built for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the thing I think is going to get the Chiefs is the Jets defense got pass rushers for days. And they got the cornerbacks that could hold up. So I think the Jets going to beat the Chiefs either in the divisional round.
Gotcha.
And we're going to play the Jets in the AFC Championship.
Oh, that'd be a slugfight.
Yeah, that'd be a good. And so because Aaron Rodgers is always choking the championship game, the conference championship game. So that's good for us. So that's why I think if we make it to the Super Bowl, we're not going to play the Chiefs.
Gotcha.
We're not going to play the Chiefs and stuff like that. And I think only 2 teams for our division going to go to the playoffs. I think us and Cleveland. I don't think Cincinnati or Pittsburgh going to make it to the playoffs this year.
I feel you. Yeah. Marcus, I got actually the phone lines lit up once you call in, so I'm gonna have to push you off and let these guys get in before we hit our 7 o'clock threshold. But I appreciate you, and you did a lot of great points, especially about the Jets, because I definitely didn't even think about that. I kind of forget about Aaron Rodgers coming back because he got so hurt early last year, and they kind of be an afterthought to me. But I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, I just put I put a little bet. I think if Aaron Rodgers stayed there the whole season, Garrett Wilson might win Offensive Player of the Year.
Another hot take.
Because I'm just saying, like, look at Devontae numbers. I'm not saying Garrett Wilson is Devontae, so you know when Aaron get that one receiver, he gonna give him the ball.
Oh,
he gonna show him. That's what I'm saying.
And then covered or not, it don't matter because Aaron can put the ball where he wants.
And Garrett got the athleticism to jump over people, you know, to make those athletic catches. That's what I see. I see those type of things going on. All right, Coach.
All right. I appreciate you, big dog.
All right.
All right. Next up. Here we got. Let's see. Act right button. Hit the right button. There it is. What's your name? What you got for me today? Caller. Yellow. You might be muted because I hear nothing. Yellow.
Coach, yeah?
Yeah, I'm here. Here we go.
Hey, Coach, long-time listener, first-time caller. Appreciate you, man.
Cool.
Love your show, bro.
What's your name?
Hey, Will. Sorry.
Appreciate it.
Listen, man, I'm kind of, maybe I'm being an alarmist, and maybe you can kind of cool my kind of alarmist ways here.
Okay.
But first of all, I want to touch on Trenton Simpson for a second.
Okay.
First of all, the positive. Man, I love this kid. In my opinion, he's twice the athlete that Patrick Queen was. Twice the athlete. I love the way he plays in space. He plays like a box safety in space. You're not going to shake him. You're not going to beat him to the edge. He's that fast. He's that explosive. My issue is seeing him in run fits. Particularly, I'm looking at out of the shotgun and out of the pistol. I see this kid. He watches the mesh point, and at the mesh point, I feel like his eyes see something, and he goes running into it. And he jumps out of his fit, and boom, there goes the running back for 5-6 yards. Exactly. I saw this in all three of these preseason games, and this is just bare bones basic football that they're playing out there. That kind of worries me because you know the way we play, man. We start with stopping the run first, and then build off of that.
Let me make
these
this
teams are getting 5 yards on first and second down, we not stopping nobody, bro. And we go looking at being in the red zone on every single possession of the defense.
I don't know if you heard me earlier this week when I said he played good and bad at the same time. You explained exactly what I meant because I didn't explain that statement. I just threw it out there. You explained exactly what I meant when I said that he played good and bad at the same, because he'd be with those terrible run fits, but he was so athletic that he'd go back and make the tackle 4 or 5 yards down the field. And that's how he had 11 tackles in that game, because he was making the mistakes, but then correcting it 5, 6, 7 yards down the field.
Yeah. Do the Superman out there, man.
He explained it. People in the chat box. This man just explained exactly what I meant when I said he played great and bad at the same time. Because I didn't go into detail when I made that statement. I don't know if it was last week or the week before last on the roundup. This man just explained exactly what I meant when I watched the film on Trent Simpson. His run fits were, I ain't gonna say horrible, but I could tell when two guys in the same hole, no funny stuff.
Right. Yeah, right.
That's not good in football.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not good in football, because you're leaving the gap open for the running back to hit, and if he hit it, most of the time the running back gonna hit his head on the goalpost. But go ahead, Will.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about, and us facing scrambling quarterbacks and teams that want to spread us out, and if the quarterback will see that he can take off running, that's over. That's done. That's over, because Trenton go track him down.
Yep.
But what I'm worried about is teams lining up and, 3 wide receiver formations out of the pistol and just simply running the ball. 5, 6 yards a pop. And then on third down, you can do whatever, right? And it's that's the only thing that concerns me.
The conference has been locked.
He can sit down with Rowe, and they can kind of get in the film room, and he can kind of get that nailed down. Because if we can't stop that, it's going to be a problem, people.
One positive about that is he ain't played his position all preseason though, Will.
Okay.
He's played Rowe's position.
Right, strong side, right?
Yeah, because Roe ain't played, so he's been playing Roe's because Roe gonna have the green dot.
Yeah,
He's been playing Roe's spot. That's the one positive I've been taking away from it and telling people to temper their expectations. Don't put all pro expectations on this young man because of with the disdain that most people have for PQ right now. Let this man grow into that. And the thing is, everybody want to compare him to PQ. Their situations were totally different. PQ didn't have the luxury of sitting a year and watching 2 all pros. Trent did. Now Trent is, like you said, a better athlete, yes. But he got to sit behind 2 all pros and watch them go about their business last year. And now his first season playing, he's going to play beside an all pro. PQ ain't had that.
True. I believe he was playing Mike, right? For before Roe got there, right?
He was, which is not his position. He's not good at that.
No.
He was not good at that. And then they brought in Uncle Bynes, and you see PQ got better.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they brought in Roe, PQ got a little bit more better.
Yeah.
So just don't expect Simpson's gonna be good. And eventually, I think he's gonna be. Eventually, he's gonna be better than PQ. But just don't put that. Just don't put that on him. Not you. I'm just saying in general, the people just don't put that on Trenton so fast.
Yeah, I've been waiting for us to get a linebacker like Trent for a minute.
Mm-hmm. What else you got?
All right, Coach. Well,
that's all you got?
I appreciate you. Yeah, that's all I got, man. It's Trent. Roll line gonna be what it is, man. I don't. First 5 weeks, I think it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be an uphill battle with that O-line, man.
Okay. I appreciate you, big dog. So don't let this be your last time calling, even though it's your first.
All right. Heard that. All right.
I got you locked in. So next time you call, I know who it is.
All right, Coach.
All right.
Talk to
Appreciate
you.
Appreciate it. All right. Next up, my man from way out there. You good, my big dog?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Y'all had a little weather out there. You straight?
Yeah, actually, I'm on the mainland right now. I'm in Chicago.
You good.
And it's windy out here, so you're right about that. You sure right about that. But I got some quick hits for you. I got some questions for you, and I'm gonna get out the way.
Okay.
First of all, I came in late. Hold on a second. Yeah, I came in late. I was about 18 minutes late, but I want to say rest in peace, Joe D. I'm pretty sure y'all already went over it. But yeah, man, I mean, the thing that we do with this team is, we honor our fallen. So I think, we're going to be motivated on the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see some guys, and I think that's cause for alarm, but in a good way. I think we got Stanley. I know you did your starters. You made that video. Who you think is going to make the 53?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like McCarry at right tackle, and I like Josh Jones or Jonathan Jones, whatever his name is, at left guard. So it'll be Stanley, Jones, the Pro Bowler at center, Lindenbaum,
mm-hmm.
And then that right guard, I think it might be Falele, and then McCarry on the outside. But I don't think we're going to be as
combinations to choose from. That's why I picked 10 linemen, because the more they get to choose from, because they ain't no set 5. The only set we got a set 2. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. And we definitely got a lot of pieces that are movable. Jones, he can move around. McCarry
mm-hmm.
can move around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're not going to be as bad as people think. Especially when we have these gadget guys, Lamar, Derrick Henry. When you got guys like that, they can kind of take a little bit of heat off the line. Plus, we got that fullback, and man, that's gonna help a lot. He's gonna help a lot picking up some of those blitzes. But before I forget, what seats have you sat at the stadium, and what seats would you recommend, or what seats have you liked that you've sat at
M&T?
Yes, sir.
I've purchased nosebleeds. Keep in mind, I said purchased nosebleeds. And in my nosebleed seats, they weren't bad because I'm an all 22 watcher. So to me, they were fine. Now this young lady that's out this door down the hall, didn't necessarily like those seats. But each time I went there, I had the relationship me and Ken McCusick. He called me and said, "Coach, there's a couple seats behind me, and you come down. Welcome to come down and sit behind me." So each time I went to the stadium, I've basically sat with Ken McCusick behind him on the visitor sideline, maybe 3 or 4 rows back, and basically I could maybe throw a rock and hit the opposing team. So, and I don't know the exact number, but like I said, I've purchased nosebleeds, but I've sat maybe 4 rows from the sideline on the visitor side. So, to me, there isn't like I've been to the Superdome in New Orleans, and I could touch the back wall, and that was a great seat to me. But that's because I'm an all 22 watcher, and I love seeing everything. So, to me, ain't really bad seats in a stadium because I don't mind seeing the whole thing.
Yeah, but you'd also say, I think I remember you saying that you don't like being not on the ground, but you don't like being on the floor level where, you can only see the players.
Exactly. So I'd rather sit like, if I had my choice, I'd like to sit middle ways up. So maybe like club seating, if that's kind of like the middle.
Yeah, club. Yep.
Cause I know I said club seating at a baseball game with my friend in Houston, and that was perfect for me. Wasn't too high, wasn't too low. It was kind of right in the middle. So I would say club seating would fit me perfect.
Okay. I have some player questions, but I also have I want to give you 2 quick John Harbaugh questions. What's more likely, do you think, is when we win the Super Bowl, that Harbaugh retires or that he gets a contract extension?
Oh Lord.
Right?
I would hope retired. I would hope be like, I'm a champion. I'm out of here. Y'all got it. That's what I hope, because he has 2 years left, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 year.
Yep.
He got 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think the owner is going to let this year play out and see what happens and decide on extension or not, because I think he has too much talent, and he's had too much talent over these last 2 or 3 years to not at least be in the game. You had an MVP in 19 with a trash team. You had an MVP last year with what some people say a super team and nothing. So I would say if he goes and wins it, he walks away, because the stress. That's
where I was leaning towards too.
The stress on him,
right? Because his guys are, with all due respect, his guys are leaving. The people that he's coached with for so long. Rosberg was his best friend. Joe D'Alessandro. He always hiring his friends, so he always gonna have more friends. But he's been coaching a long time. Maybe you should take one of those broadcast deals. Pay him a lot of money to go sit down somewhere. But my second John Harbaugh question is, why do you think it's that other good quarterbacks with coaching problems, they get called out, but John Harbaugh doesn't? And if I'm correct, John Harbaugh doesn't call plays for the offense or defense. Right. So why do you think that the media, the main guys, give Harbaugh a pass, but not these other coaches with it? Like they blame Josh Allen, his quarterback coach, his head coach, the ball head guy. They blamed Justin Herbert when things weren't going well. It was his coach. Why don't you think John Harbaugh, almost, except for the one time I heard Stephen A. this month talk about John Harbaugh when he said Lamar's going to be the best ever. That's the only time I ever heard anybody critique him. Why do you think he escapes critique when he doesn't even call plays?
Because he won a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on now, because that Eagles head coach, he won a Super Bowl. He got fired. It has been coaches that get fired, and because they don't produce well.
Super Bowl and that his name hold weight now. That family name holds weight.
Yeah,
that family name holds weight. That family name holds Harbaugh holds weight in football circles. It holds weight.
Yeah, that's true. Politics.
The daddy is a legend in college. The brother won the championship and is always, a good football coach. It's that name holds weight, and unless you like Joe Schmo like us, you really don't criticize him. That Harbaugh name holds weight. And I'll be honest with you, it holds so much weight. If they call me and say, "Hey, coach, come, coach," I'm gone. If Jim called me at 6:58 and say, "Hey, coach, come up here and coach with," I'm like, "All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gone." So
I heard the other. I believe what you're saying is true too. That I think it's like politics. Maybe that might be the word for it. But I got the other caller remind me of Trenton Simpson. I watched your coaching tape on him, and I was wondering, don't you think it'll be better for him to be in a 4-3 than a 3-4 with his skill sets? And what's the chances that we switch on to that since we have a new defensive coordinator?
I think there's zero chance that we switch because even though we're technically 3-4, we're so multiple that we shouldn't even have a title because we're so multiple. What we are, in my opinion, we're 2, 2, and 2, if that makes sense. 2 D tackles, 2 edges, 2 linebackers, and the rest DBs. That's what we are.
Yeah, I think we played nickel more than any team in the NFL, if I can remember correctly.
And that's because of Kyle. Because Kyle is a freaking unicorn. We're 2 D tackles, we're 2 edge guys, we're 2 linebackers, the unicorn, and then 4 DBs. That's what we are. And the unicorn can be that. The unicorn can make us look like 4-3, can make us look like 3-4, or can make us look like nickel. And that's why I think he's the most valuable defensive player out there. As far as allowing us to be multiple.
Yeah, I think our defense this year depends on Trenton Simpson. If he is, I'm not burning bread on him. If he's a weak link, I think we're vulnerable in the run game. But I don't think we have any weaknesses. Even our defensive ends, I saw Ojabo do that spin move. It gave me chills. So I don't think we have any weaknesses on our defense. I think we can be number 1 or number 2 again. But a lot of it depends on, maybe Trent Simpson added some weight. He is fast. He is a missile. But yeah, I saw your tape, and I think if anybody game plans against us, they might try to hit us in the mouth on that linebacker position.
Yeah, but that's only going to work for so long. That's only going to work for so long until Orr gets to. Until Orr just says, do something, one of those little fancy whatever run blitzes, and because we always gonna be bend but don't break. We gonna give up yards. We gave up yards last year, but we didn't give up scores, and we turned people over. We gonna give up yards. We gonna give them up. It is what it is.
And we're not gonna give up points. Yeah, that's right.
If we do, it's gonna be a lot of threes. They're like, who was that beat us with 5 field goals? The Colts. Because we couldn't score. We're gonna give up points, and I'm not points. We're gonna give up threes, and we're gonna give up yards. We ain't gonna give up a lot of points. That's what it is.
And I got one last player question and a few hot takes, and you comment on, and I'm gonna hop on off.
Okay.
I think that with the roster the way it is right now, unless we add somebody, our tight ends might have just as good a chance as leading us in receiving yards as our wide receivers do. What do you think about that?
I definitely believe that. Definitely. Now the only person that I'm for sure will beat them is Flowers. But they have just as good a chance to be up there, if not higher, than Zay. But I think Zay will have so many explosive plays that that'll push him past them in yards. But used right, they definitely can have just as many yards as him. Especially if Lamar, takes what the defense gives him, because he can have, like, Zay can go off a week, then Flowers can go, Likely can go off a week, then Mark can go off a week. Like, I feel like our offense should never have the same guy going off each week because we got so many viable weapons. And if we're balanced like that, Lamar should have outrageous numbers, to me.
My only pushback on that is last year when he led us in receiving, we didn't have a number 1. He was a rookie. OBJ was coming back from injury. Rashad, you don't never know what he gonna do, the offense or the defense. I mean, their defense or our offense, we never know. He's a huge question mark. But this year, they is our number one, and everybody knows he's our number one. So how is he gonna do against everybody else's number one corner? That's my only concern.
He's our number one receiver. He's our number one pass catcher. Our number one pass catcher is still Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Yeah. Okay, you made it good. I didn't think about that. That's right. I got a few quick hits. I think we're gonna get Dalvin Cook back since Owen Wright got injured. What do you think about that? And what do you think about us adding another corner in the waiver market? Do you think we're still in market for another corner? I was looking at the Eagles, and they got too many corners. They got Eli Riggs, Josh Jobs. They got way too many corners over there. So I was thinking maybe we could pick one of those up.
I think at corner we are in that situation where we like our guys. I think.
Okay.
I think, and I personally do like our guys. I do. At corner.
Me too.
As far as running back, I wouldn't mind bringing Cook back. I really wouldn't. I like Cook. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. Would not mind at all. Would not mind at all. So I wouldn't mind having Cook back.
My last hot take is, and then I'm gonna jump on off. I have Derrick Henry win the MVP. And one more thing, then I'm gonna hop on off. Also, what do you think about the Russell Wilson versus Justin Fields? Thank you for taking my call. And I hope you do another call-in show, Justin Fields. I hope you do another call-in show. I was hoping you did it tomorrow so we can get that 53 in, but if it's not till Thursday, next Friday, then thanks for taking everybody's call, and we appreciate you. And what do you think about Derrick Henry running MVP?
I would love it. If Derrick Henry wins MVP, we win the Super Bowl. If Derrick Henry wins MVP, we win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna close him on that one. If he wins the MVP, we win the Super Bowl. Just like that. We got two more. We're gonna close them out because we had 7 o'clock. Bring my man Paul in. What's good, big dog?
Cool.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for waiting and holding. I appreciate you. What you got for me today? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, all right, Coach. Hey, how you doing? It's Sean.
I'm good.
Everything smooth. All right, cool. So, I appreciate, all the stuff you be doing in the community and stuff that y'all, put together and everything. And, it's nice supporting you guys. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, you loud and clear. You're good.
Okay, I just want to give you like a little, something I learned just in life or whatever. Just like, just simple, but like the Coca-Cola, kind of thing was to make sure that they was always a part of a good time, and that was kind of how they sold their brand. And I have a good time, with your community, you and the other guys in Graven, and everybody else, and it's definitely always a good time and a blessing. And thank you for how you guys represent. And I had a few things with the O-line or whatever. I felt like they don't have the communication that they need. I'm worried about the time frame and them just having a week, just making a decision. Hopefully making a decision on who's going to start in which positions. So I don't think that they had a proper camaraderie that they would need. I feel like Linderbaum kind of doing all of the work, for the most. But I like Rosengarten a lot. I like him a lot. He seemed like a nice prospect. He seemed like he got good feet. I appreciate the videos and stuff that you make, breaking the film down and stuff like that. I learned a lot. That's real decent because I understand football, but I don't know like terminology. I never played. It's just something I have a fascination with, and it's mainly through the Ravens. So the other caller that had called was saying something about John Harbaugh. Like I live in Baltimore City. Like I idolize John Harbaugh like vigorously. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of different jobs and stuff like that. And when I have employers and the higher up people are normally Caucasian people, but when I have people like that can let me go and allow me to work and trust me and tell me what they need me to do and understand that I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities and stuff like that. Like, they are the best people in the world to work with, to work for, to work under. And I see a lot of that on hardball. He allowed the players to be the best that they can be, and he find the areas that they're good in and try to work on them in those areas. He make provisions and find the coaches. And, like, I think the head guy, never can think of his name when I want to say it, the owner of the Ravens, though.
Bashadi.
I feel like Bashadi. I feel like he really trusts hardball, and he's trusted him to come up with this system. He has to make a system that works. He's winning all out the regular season. He's not losing games. He has a working system. It's fundamentally more sound than any team in the league, if you ask me. It's more well put together. It's more better structured. The fact that you can pull people from the bottom of the totem pole to the top, that's how a company is supposed to run. And he runs it. He takes charge of it. If people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, they are gone. It don't matter who they are. They can be Peterson. They can be whoever. If Greg Roman, if they're not getting the job done, he will get rid of them. DaCosta is wonderful on backup. He is bringing them home. Like, I think he's doing a wonderful job. I think we're about to have a lot of comp picks coming into this next draft or whatever. And I think we should make some trades right now, honestly. We got a lot of corners. I don't think we need 10 linemen. I seen you break your schedule thing. I mean,
the roster.
I seen your roster. I don't think we need that many linemen, O-linemen, like 10 of them. I don't think we need that many. I'm more like on the 7-8 side. Like I commented on one of your videos. I think the rookies, we probably need like 2 rookies. They need the reps. I like that, switching the O-line, making them rotate and stuff like that. I think that's conventional because different people are going to have different aspects to their game, and you want to get people off of their level, and they want to do this on the D-line, and the O-line is like, no, that's my strongest suit. You don't want to – maybe you was doing that on him, but that's not going to work on me. And having people that can trade and go in and out of different positions is wonderful, especially when you look at it from the aspect of doing what you do well. If you can train everybody to understand all those different positions and everything, Ben Cleveland playing center, he has a better understanding of the role that the center has to play and understanding what he's checking for, what he's looking for, what he needs to know. So then when he's playing next to him, either right or left to him, he's able to comprehend what he's looking for. He ain't got to worry about listening to him so much. He know what to call, to read, to play, what's going to happen, what's going to get, because he is a very big human. He is huge. If you get him moving, he's like Colossus. He's not stopping. It's not that type of party at all. So if you can make him work on the field, that is wonderful. Even him sitting these last 2 years, if he's not going to be the right guard, why has he been sitting for 2 years? Why has he been taking up that position? Why has he been holding up space when somebody else could have been developing in that aspect or whatever?
Right.
So, I don't think we need a third running back. I'm kind of high on Mitchell. I hope he can get back, and I hope he can have a good year afterwards. Hope we can keep Henry healthy, and hopefully Justin Hill can bring it home. If we want to go out and get Cook or something like that, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But I think we should make some trades, find like one more solid, young, on the younger side lineman, bring him up in that system. And I like Voorhees. I think he's look okay and sound a lot better. I'm not a big Falele fan, but I don't pay attention to him at all, and he never really pops off the screen to me. So that's really important to me. Players that know how to do their job and do it efficiently, and they where they need to be. Like that pops off the screen. So if you're not doing that, you're not really showing to me. But so I think maybe we should trade, not Trenton, Tyler. I think we should maybe trade him because his contract is about to come up and he's going to want to get paid. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he ain't came through. I'm not saying he's not wonderful. Use that as, that's film. That's trade capital. I think you can use that to trade him. You don't want him hurt. You know what I mean? And keep Wade. You got a younger receiver, look like he respond like he responsible out there on the field, like he know where he need to be and jigging and, you know, getting in the groove like he got a good – he wasn't going against the ones, but I feel like he, you know, he's someone you can develop. He seems a lot more – he seems more so at the level that Tyler is kind of sort of. Like they might be neck to neck. He might be a little under, but he's younger. So that's a lesser contract. And you want to be looking towards the future. Like I said, get a younger lineman. I'm surprised we didn't find a younger right tackle to replace Ronnie, but at least we got Rosengarten, who is familiar on that side. You know, so if they do want to trade him, it would be nice to have Orlando Brown, you know, right about now, you know, especially going into this last year. I think he's going to show up. But I think the team also has an obligation to look out for Ronnie as well, because he's taking a pay cut. He's expecting to get a return on that. You know, if he can come out of this with a ring, he's going to be good regardless. You know, so, but I think we're not looking for losing hardball or nothing like that. So, and I just think we got to show up and we got to make some moves right now and later on in the season, however that go. But I like what DeCosta doing. He's trying to find the right receiver. We're not really a throwing team, so we really aren't developed in that, and we're trying to get the right coaches in, develop these young men. You know, I think Bateman is strong, but he got to really show up. It's really on him. But I think, you know, he got some good measurables and stuff like that. So, yep, and yeah, so I just appreciate everything you guys do, and thank you.
Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right.
Don't let this be your last time calling, man. I got one more guy
behind
for sure. You, and we're gonna let him close it out. So that's Sean, big dog.
Let you get out of here. Have a good night.
You too now. You too.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna close this out with my man, 100 grand. Hey, before you get started, Jared, appreciate you for waiting, man. I know you've been on here for a minute. When we had that cluster of calls, you was the last one to call in. We had like 4 people jump in at one time, and you was the last one. So I appreciate you for holding, because I know you could hear everything that came in. Man. So this is Jared Green, the CEO of the Southern Ballers Show on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead, jump over there to Southern Ballers Show on YouTube at Jared Green. What you got for me, my man?
All right. Well, you had a lot of good callers, man, especially the one before me. Very detailed. But when it comes to John Harbaugh, I'm gonna go the other direction. And after the few years with Lamar, and we've already seen what we needed, what we've been lacking on. And Coach, you and the Lunch Break Hot Take, Rodney, the Roll Pod, y'all been eating on this, man, so I don't want to be the dead horse, but it doesn't make no damn sense for that offensive line with that trend. I don't care. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care. That was just ridiculous, man. Just me being a former defensive lineman, I was like, dang, y'all, like, and what made it worse, like, during the joint practice, we saw it game day. Mm-hmm. What they was reporting in the joint practice, we saw it in real life during the game.
Yeah.
So, in live, you know what I mean? So. That's the issue. Now, hopefully, I'm praying. I'm trying to be optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they gel together. That could happen. You know what I mean? A lot of the boys are trying to, get into the season and maybe, but still, I didn't like what I saw. Somebody need their ass for the quarterback on. Somebody need their ass for. T. Martin, I love you, brother, but don't talk no more when it comes referring to somebody.
Jared,
please don't.
I promise you, Jared. I hope Joe Milton was who he wanted, and then when the Patriots picked Joe Milton, they pivoted and went there, Devin Leary. I hope.
Oh,
that
okay.
Was the case.
I did hear that. I did hear that. So if that was it, my apologies to Mark. But if that was you,
but they still came out and said T handpicked Devin Leary. They did.
I don't know what the hell he was looking at because Coach, I'm an ACC guy. I'm an HBCU, big HBCU fan. But I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan as well. Originally from North Carolina. So I saw Devin Leary's sorry ass when he was at North Carolina State. Wasn't impressed then, wasn't impressed when he was at Kentucky. I don't know why the hell we drafted. In the comic section, you kept seeing me drop a name, Davius Richard. Davius Richard
Rashard.
was from Rashard. Was from North Carolina Central. He would have fit. Not saying he would have had issues translating to the pros, but he would have fit our offense better than the Devin Leary. He's a Florida boy, fast, got a good arm on him. He threw a beautiful pass against Travis Hunter when he was with Jackson State.
Yep.
So the boy could have balled. So I still didn't want to draft quarterback, but if we wanted, if that's what we want to go, there were better quarterbacks on the board than Devin Leary, man. Running backs out, man. We can draft somebody drunk ass uncle, or pick him undrafted, and we never had a problem getting running backs, man. So I don't know why we drafted one. I know Rasheen Ali we like a 1,000-yard rusher from Marshall. In my opinion, we could have, like you discussed before with a few calls, we could have picked up Cook again, Dalvin Cook again, brought a veteran running back like we did John Kelly. That was so again, that's what I'm hitting on. Those two, going back to the draft, we wasted 2 picks in the draft on a quarterback that's trash and a running back that we really didn't need. So we could have drafted an offensive guard that we could have groomed, a young offensive guard, or another wide receiver. What's the boy from Colorado?
He's showing out with Arizona.
Yeah, he went undrafted.
Sure did.
And we could have picked him up.
Xavier Weaver.
We could have picked that man up.
Yep.
So the front office has disappointed me. Hopefully Lamar overcomes it, but you can't shoot nobody if you don't know how to shoot, bro. And that's the offensive. Our front office got the gun, don't know how to shoot, man. But but hopefully we'll do well, man. I'm gonna try to be optimistic. But y'all have a blessed night, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Jared, man. You closed it out with some great comic relief, man. Hey, no better way than the ending on that, man. I appreciate you, big dog. And y'all go check him out on Southern Ballers. What is it? Southern Ballers. What was the last part of it? Because you and your brother, correct?
Yeah, your Southern Ballers show. You can look me up on just Jared Overlevel Green. That's my handle. And just check me out. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Coach.
No problem. So with that being said, man, that's our week 3 preseason call-in show. The preseason is a wrap. We do have the roundup with I think all 6 of us will be there. I'm not sure if Mike's still working because Mike is a businessman, so Mike may or may not be there, but definitely 5 of us will be there. I haven't got any official requests for leave in my email, so I think all 5 of us will be there tonight. And we're gonna close out our preseason. Yeah, Malik, right? I agree, Malik. and hopefully they'll get better as the season goes. They'll get better as the season goes. But y'all did y'all thing today. I appreciate it. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the roundup at 9 o'clock. So in about an hour and 45 minutes, we'll be back to close out the preseason, and we'll get my thoughts on who's probably going to get cut from the other guys as well. And I have a few questions for them, and we'll see what everybody thinks about it, man. So, again, I thank everybody that called in. And again, as the season starts and we get more callers, I'll actually, put the timer back on. And that's kind of why, I just let people go because, I don't have the timer yet because that little flux of calls that hit right there at the end, I was pretty much about to end the show. And we got 4 or 5 callers right there at the end. And then that took us to the closing time at 6:45. Then we even had some callers try to come in after I closed it. And because, I normally try to shut this down at 7 so I can have a little downtime before the roundup. And it's 7:20 now, But what we got on likes? Make sure I hit all the likes. I did 25. I did 9 more likes to get to 100. So before we close out, see if we can get, if you have not hit the like button, go ahead and do that. See if we can get to 100 tally points. And remember, all you need is 1,000 to get your name on the end of the month giveaway. You can check your points by doing exclamation points. And the way you get points, you got to talk. You got to talk. You got to talk in the chat box, whether you're talking to me or talking to somebody else. And then when I give away points, you got to add to it. So we need 8 more likes. 8 more likes get you 100. I sound like I'm at a what's called. 7 more likes get you 100. Just tap the like button. I'm trying to give them away before I get up out of here. I hate to get this close and then just have to get up out of here. And then we're going to roll. And then we'll be back for the roundup. I got Jordan Love video on the More Sip the Tally channel coming tomorrow morning. So if you just like general football knowledge, you like the way I teach the game, I'll be talking Jordan Love football on More Sip the Tally tomorrow. So y'all can go check that out. 2 more likes, and then we're going to bounce about this thing. Let me go ahead and pull it up because I know y'all going to do it. By the time I get it pulled up, we should be at 100 likes. I got it locked and loaded. What up, Dre? How you doing out there? I know y'all had some weather if you still where I know you live at. We're at 99. But we're going to give it at... No, we at 98. I see 98. I see 98. Yup, y'all finna let the viewers go under 100. And you're gonna miss out. Oh, now we're at 99. So I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I know, Dre. I saw it on the news. The weather was wild. I'm glad you straight though. There we go. There we go. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. We're at 100. I appreciate y'all, man. And I'll see y'all in a little under 2 hours. Points given. 100 points given. And again, you can check your points by doing exclamation point points. You can see who at the top by doing exclamation point top. And we can go from there, man. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. And I'll see y'all in a little under 2 hours. Make sure y'all come back and see what we're talking about on the roundup. All 5 of us, maybe all 6 of us will be here. Again, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And we out. Well, not we out. I'm out. Peace. If I can find the out button. Oh, there it is.